and Breakdowns.
Welcome back to the Chill Sounds and Breakdowns podcast. We are on episode 110. We making some headway this year. So I'm happy to have this band because they're dope as fuck, and a lot of the shit that you guys put out is actually like up my alley. So that's like the music I like, the atmospheric stuff. But today we have the boys in Fall Europa. What's going on?
What's up?
Hey. And then whoever that is.
We practiced that actually.
Yeah. Who is this guy?
But first of all, like, how's everyone doing today?
Good, man.
Good.
Thank you guys for making the time. Like, it's hard to get a large group, you know what I mean, to come do something. So I appreciate that.
I'm surprised we're on time too, honestly. So.
Yeah. Good on
Kudos
us.
to y'all too, yeah.
Yeah.
Kudos to y'all too.
Yeah.
Because normally this is not the case.
Yeah.
No,
No.
that's most. I mean, most of the time, like that's like a big issue with just bands trying to get anything done. Like in general,
It's
it's
just
just.
because we respect this podcast. So we make
Oh wow,
Yeah.
I feel special,
15 minutes prior is on time.
All right, we were a little late.
bro. I was barely here, like on time. I literally walked in. I'm like, oh shit, I gotta get all this. They walked in, and I was still getting shit ready. So I was like, fuck, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I want to talk about them because the band's been around for a little bit. Maybe gone through some member changes. What does this feel like? The last, solidified lineup. Like, what's this feel like now? Like, when was this, I guess, lineup finally established?
Like, what is that, 2 years ago? Or about a year ago, actually, that we went on that little tour that we actually decided to sit.
Last January.
Yeah, so last January, this
Okay.
lineup kind of got solidified. We asked Tony, who's an amazing bass player. He's in Hestalen Light, an awesome math rock band here.
Shout out.
And he filled in for us to play bass because Matthias, who was our bass player, is now our guitar player. So we wanted to move him to lead. Tony filled in, and then he had a good time with us on tour, so he just decided to stick around, which is awesome.
Great
so,
time.
And Trey has been
Great
the longest
time.
member of the band. So if you,
Yeah,
you want any back
Really?
from the
Okay.
past.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
the
he-
drummer. And I'm the
Yeah, he's dad.
Yeah, that's
He's
awesome.
I'm the longest member of the band.
He's
Yeah.
big daddy of the band.
What's going on, everybody? It's OC, your host for the Chill Sounds and Breakdowns podcast, and I'm here today to talk to you about Full Step Go. Now, as you can see today, I am dripped in it. I got the shirt, I got the hat, but Full Step Go is a lot more than just clothes. It's more than clothing, it's a culture. Full Step Go has always been a symbol that cultivates a community of creativity and growth. Whether it's music, artwork, clothing, they are all over the map making waves. They truly do inspire creatives to uncover their potential and discover their true selves. There really is no limits when it comes to your creativity. So follow Fall Step Go to join the new counterculture movement and go against the mainstream. Okay, so does the band you see like today still reflect like the roots of where like Fall Europa came from, or you think it's like a completely new iteration?
I do. I think the sound has changed a lot, especially like towards the instrumentals, because we just have, different styles that we all bring. But luckily enough, like Taylor and I have known each other since we were 15 years old.
Yeah, we've been,
And
playing,
wow.
we've been playing
yeah, we've
bands.
been playing in bands, and even not really even bands, just playing music together, growing up in garages and houses since we were kids, and it took him forever. We actually have had, he's our third vocalist, third
Really?
and final,
Okay.
yeah. And
You're stuck now.
we were trying to get him to come to the band for a long time, but he had his own projects going on and everything else. And once we got him to come in, he was like, okay, like I feel like you guys are willing to like change enough, but I also agree with y'all's like style, because he kind of took a seat back and just listened to the first two EPs, and he's like, yeah, I really dig them. And then he came in and brought his own style with kind of the same message, same values, style, that we were going towards. So like lyrically and like the message and everything, he already kind of knew what Fall Europa was about. And then he also plays guitar too, so he kind of knew like the style that we were going for.
It was just a good mix, everything like timed up right, to where I wasn't doing anything anymore, and they happened to, their vocalist, like, he's had a family, like, right, and everything that he's trying to start, so he kind of was just busy and stuff, and they just kind of asked me, and I was like, I don't have anything creatively I'm doing at the moment, and I kind of need that, so I was like, yeah, sure, why not? I don't understand why I wouldn't do it, and then once I did, it just kind of clicked really well, so,
Okay.
yeah, it turned out pretty good.
So y'all have known each other for quite a long time. So that kind of, you coming into the band felt kind of natural. Like you.
I've been watching him drum since we were young. Like him being in a different band, I'll be in a different band, playing guitar in a different band, doing vocals for a different band. He's playing drums in a different band, go to each other's shows, you know, like all this kind of stuff. So yeah, we've been in the scene for a long time.
Did you feel like once you had like him in the band as a vocalist, you were like you kind of wish maybe you would have just started here, like if it was lined up, or you think like it ended up at the right time?
I think it was like right place, right time. Like when it first started off, like our other vocalist that we had, I really enjoyed what we did during that time. I had just got out of the Navy.
He was really
Fall
good
Europa.
too.
Yeah. The last two vocalists that we had were amazing. Like they're great, good, awesome people. But it was really cool for them to at least get to create music with them because they were close friends of mine.
Oh, okay.
And then when they had to go, it was like both reasons were for family, and it was like cool. We did that. We kind of got like some roots established a little bit, and then now I think people can listen to just like all the three EPs. The last EP is obviously Wood Taylor, and you can just tell like, oh, like they found their sound. Like that's kind of what they're going towards.
Yeah, that the latest EP definitely like was the one I like fucked with the hardest. Like that's the one that like really just felt well put together. Everybody like in their place. Who did this lineup do that EP together? Or?
So everyone but Tony. Matthias did like a two-parter. He had like some guitar stuff and some bass stuff on it.
We had a different guitar player also. But he also kind of the same thing. Like he just got married and he kind of moving on and doing his own thing. But everybody that was in the band previously kind of set up like a good foundation of where we know we're trying to go. So like the two vocalists before me, when I came in, I was kind of like, I kind of understand what they're going for and like how can I make it better, or like we'll make it the best I can make it. And then same thing with like the guitar parts and all that kind of stuff. So we kind of like had a blueprint for like where we were trying to go already. So it kind of worked out pretty good. You know?
I feel like that makes sense because like I've heard like your band like Heslen Light, but hearing like the bass parts in the latest EP, and then seeing that you came in as someone who's gonna play those parts now like makes sense. Like you have like the right like chops to do like those like parts and be able to even write in the future. Like,
he can play anything.
Yeah. So that made that transition makes sense. Like why you like this, like you would kind of come in.
Yeah, we're just also good. Like my band and Fall Europa, both bands, they're just really good homies. So why not?
Yeah, we have a studio that we like run at like Europa Studios, and we record them a lot. So like it just kind of like worked out. It just worked really well.
So it just felt right to join them.
Those are the two biggest things. If you can fucking work together creatively, and the other, what I think is more important, like the chemistry and friendship, like being able to fucking get along with each other.
Yeah, we didn't find him off Craigslist or nothing.
Yeah.
Which works a lot, honestly, which is crazy because one of our favorite bands, Observer, they found their vocalist off of Craigslist and they fit amazing.
Did they really?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
And they're fucking.
They're all like close friends, like a great.
Hey, honestly, another thing too. Shout out R.I.P. Tyler.
R.I.P. Tyler.
Bro, I don't gotta stay on that subject too long, but I just wanted to say that R.I.P. Tyler. So.
That's crazy though, because the I don't know his name, the vocalist for Observer, but he's fucking really good.
Dude, he is amazing.
Yeah, he's
my God.
Like
fucking
his
sick.
lyrics are amazing. Whenever
I was asking them, I was like, "Where did y'all find this guy?" And they were like, "He just hit us up. We put an ad on Craigslist, and he hit us up." And I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "Y'all hit the fucking jackpot with that thing, because that dude is amazing."
That doesn't really happen.
I was gonna say, because like the stories that I've heard, like because when I had a band, my drummer used to play for a different band. He's like, yeah, like how did you guys find? Because I was always like wondering, like how did you? Because there was always one member, which is I think the bass player, was always like the odd man out. I'm like, where'd you find this dude? He's like Craigslist, and I'm like, he's not the first one. Like one guy showed up to practice with all his shit. He drove 2 hours to get to the practice and like left like immediately.
Yeah, and then next thing you know, you look over and you catch him like eating his boogers in the corner, and you're like, fuck.
We never saw him.
now this guy's in our band now.
Yeah.
And then because he was trying to convince me, so the reason he like brought that up is because he was trying to convince me for us to look for like a bass player on Craigslist.
Yeah,
and then we're like, all right, and we gave it a shot. We got one guy come in, and he looked like he could play, but every time we're like, hey, like okay, like do you want to follow like this part? He's like, no, I got it. And then he would play, and I'm like, you don't have it. Like, let us show you. And he's like, I got it. And I'm just like, okay.
I feel like you're so plugged into the scene that you should just, I'll be able to
It's
find
like
someone.
This was before I was like that. This was my first band, and this was that first band is what introduced me to what the scene is like now. Like, because that's like my going in. And I didn't before that band like reformed, because technically it was like a high school band, and then we got back together later. I didn't know shit about the scene, like to the point where I'm like, I didn't know people out here were making fucking bands and making music and shit like that. Like it was wild to me. So when I entered the world, I'm like, the fuck, this shit's out here. And then people like really good like out here. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's fucking cool as fuck.
So you're like, Craigslist might actually work.
That's
like,
what I guess, because I'm like, I don't know anybody
that's
else
why,
that plays
that's
bass.
why I wanted to say that. I was like, because honestly, like, apparently it does work every
Yeah.
once in a while, but it's just like sometimes you'll, it's just a stranger, so it's kind of hard to like know if you're gonna vibe with them or not. But
That-
yeah, we already
yeah.
knew Tony, and same thing with Matthias. Like they had played with y'all, right? Like at Summer Slaughter or something.
Yeah, he was kind of like a fill-in bass player for us when we needed a bass player, and while he was still in college, and then over time we're just like, we're stealing you. Like we need to, yeah, like he could just because he's great at guitar, he's great at bass. He like does like sound design, synth, piano, whatever.
When we were
Well,
doing the Boy with Scales music video,
Yeah.
we didn't have a bass player to be in the music video, and they called him
yeah.
over, and he came over in one day and learned the whole song because he plays left-handed. He learned the whole thing on a right-handed bass upside down, and learned the whole song before it was his turn to be on film, and that's how. Yeah, he's
That's
pretty,
how you made it on the video.
he's pretty good. So we don't have to
Like,
worry.
all right, like, this guy can do
Yeah, we don't have to worry about him.
and then we're like, you play guitar too? Snap.
Snap.
yeah.
It's like you're fucking
Yeah.
in. But so like, yeah, a lot of people like write. So the writing process now with the dynamic. I know like the past EP, like you weren't able to write and record on it. Does that you being a guitar player, like do you guys both participate? Like how does the writing typically work?
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot different on this EP or this.
There's like
whatever.
3 or 4 people writing guitar.
Yeah, it's
on
Really?
this one.
It's gonna be a
Because
lot
Tony plays
different.
guitar too.
That's what I was like.
He plays guitar too, but he plays bass. And then Matthias plays guitar. He plays guitar. We also have another member, Jackson, where he was up in Boston, going to Berkeley, and he just stayed up there because he has another band, Survive the
good-
Sun.
good stuff going on.
Yeah, he's got a lot of good stuff
Yeah.
going on. He's a talented musician, but this is still like one of his main projects. So he still writes with us and sends us ideas, sends us a session.
Yeah.
We'll build and put our input on it and kind of write our side.
Yeah, so everybody's kind of contributing to the new material that's gonna be coming out.
Yeah, because before I feel like it was more of like our old guitar player Travis. He would kind of like write most of the stuff, and we would just kind of like write behind it. And now that he's got like his own thing going on, and we all have to like pick up the slack, I guess you could say in a way. But like we all kind of know what we want it to sound like anyway. So it's kind of like it's almost like it's like exciting now that we get to like do it by ourselves, like without having someone already just present the music to us immediately, and then like so now we're all working together and stuff. So it's definitely different. So
everyone's like on the same page about like where the sound is going and being like creative, but like everybody gets their own chance of like.
well, it's kind of cool because
adding
like
something.
we all have completely different influences. So like that's what makes it interesting because like someone will present like a part that's like really melodic and technical. Like Matthias plays like really crazy time signatures and like
Yeah, I was
weird,
noticing.
weird, yeah, and then like I listen to a lot of R&B and stuff like that as a vocalist and stuff. I jam like old like Prince and like Michael Jackson and like Justin Timberlake and like that Tim's person, and like Trey likes a lot of like I don't know, what'd you say, like more of your stuff is like
The Contortionists.
Okay.
which we all love too, but
Yeah.
it's like everyone's got their own like weird niche. Like I like a lot of grunge. Me and Tony like grunge a lot, and like
I like a lot of like power violence and grind and math. Obviously,
Yeah.
you've seen us like, but I like everything, everything, but like I guess EDM or you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah,
That's
I
why
mean,
you're
I
not at
have
That's why you're
like,
not at Ooby Dooby today.
yeah, my taste palette's kind of in every realm, so I feel like I kind of am able to get a grasp on different genres of music and kind of contribute them to this and anything else that I do, pretty much.
Okay.
they all mix well too. All of our genres, like there's a lot of good crossover like with them. So it's like it makes for creative writing. I mean, so
It makes for progressive music, even if it's progressive is like a pretty big term. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So like, we're not talking like Rush here, but you're always gonna hear like no song. The album itself isn't gonna sound stale. It's gonna sound like there's a lot of different tastes
Yeah,
and-
I like the reason like why like again it's not just like trying to be like because y'all are here that I really like it. It's just these are the three things that like always catch my attention and stuff, and like I find myself really liking. One is you just explained it is the fact that you listen to a lot of R&B, so that comes through in your vocals. Like I love like that type of like singing over some, and then the juxtaposition between that and like heavier stuff right in the same song, and then it gets technical. But like and that and like melodic parts of like things, even like with technical parts, you create like a atmosphere, just like the having fun with space where just there's like an instrumental like going through for like, you know, a few bars. And that's really cool. Where like, again, I've always been when I was writing where I felt like it had to be vocal heavy at all times. So like anything experimenting with like space and leaving that time for like, you know, the bass to shine, to guitar to shine, you know, the drums to also like draws my attention like so much to be able and then to make songs that have all those parts put together. Like somewhere you're gonna find like one of these parts going on, and it just really works. I think I think it's like the middle song in the Ladies EP. I'm trying to remember the name of it, but that feels like it has that, and just longer songs in general like are very like intriguing to me. You know, like the last song on the album, I think it's like
One Way Mind.
One Way Mind is really cool. Like
It's like 7-something minutes long.
7, 6, yeah, something like that.
I mean, we grew up listening to like like Between the Buried Me, and they were having like 14-minute songs.
Yeah.
So I was like, that 7 minutes isn't really much to us, and the songs create like it changes enough to where I feel like it doesn't lose people's attention. Hopefully, it doesn't. So,
Yeah.
You know, so that's good. But when you're saying about the whole space thing, like, yeah, I don't want to be singing the whole time because everybody's such good musicians in this band that like I don't not want to overcloud somebody or like say if they have like a really amazing like part. I'd rather just not sing and let everyone like take that in, you know, than like me. Because if I'm being honest, I know how the most listeners they just gravitate towards the vocals because that's just how people are. So I like to step back and let them shine because they deserve it because everybody in this band's fucking amazing, like at their instruments and stuff. So
yeah, and you get to, again, like I just love like the moments where you just get to like jam to something, you know what I mean? For a bit, and like
I get to take a break.
And you mean for a live performance, you get to like hang out for a second. It's just like okay, like
I can just shake my booty a little bit, you know. So yeah.
But yeah, those combinations you're talking about R&B, but like there is this. Do you guys draw any like comparisons? Like, do people like come up and like shoot certain bands like at you and be like, oh, this reminds me of like this?
I have gotten monuments
Monument. Okay.
before, yeah.
The Safety Fire. I heard the Safety Fire a lot.
I've heard some people say contortionist-ish too, but I don't know. I feel like every time somebody says something like that to us, like, yeah, y'all kind of remind me of blah blah. I'm like, what? I'm like, just compliment my band. Don't tell me I sound like somebody. Because I've been there before. Like, you know, like I said, we've been playing for a long time, and anytime somebody comes up to you and says like, hey, you're like, I know they're complimenting you, and they're just like, hey, y'all remind me of blah blah, and they like that band. It feels like a weird compliment because like. You don't want to sound like anybody else. You want to be your own thing, and you want to be unique, you know. So it's like, I realize whenever I go up to bands, even if like a band that I love that sounded like the Dillinger Escape Plan, I'm not gonna go up to them and be like, "Oh man, I loved y'all. Y'all had like Dillinger vibes." I'll just be like, "Hey man, I loved y'all. That one part where y'all fucking were getting down and broke into that, they like something specific about them." Yeah, that's a better compliment than being like, "Hey, y'all was awesome. Y'all sound like somebody else."
Yeah,
you know,
no,
like
I definitely get that because I've thought about it because I'm very
no one
fucking
means any harm
bad
by
about doing that shit. About like I just love
everybody
picking
does.
out like what is, and people and
I was about to say I do that all the time.
No, everyone. I bet you. I was like, I bet you.
do that all the time.
part of it
But
is just like, this makes sense to me because like, I found out like where it makes sense. So I think like that's what people get, and they're just excited like to say it.
Yeah,
But
I don't. It's not
but
that
I do
get-
feel it as a musician.
Yeah.
Fuck, like I want to make sure that I'm known for.
It's kind of like the same thing
things
as like when you're telling a story, you're like, yeah, I stubbed my toe the other day, and someone else is like, oh, I stubbed my toe last week, and you're like, you weren't even listening to me. Like, you just, you know, it's kind of like that. It's like you weren't even listening to my band. You were just talking about some other band. Like, you know, it's like it doesn't. They don't really mean any harm by it. They're just trying to relate. You know, so it's like it's not a bad compliment. It's just like it's just hard to like when someone asks you, who do you think y'all sound like? It's like. I don't think we sound.
And that's why I was like,
it's like, really tough.
I don't think we
That's why I was like, what do y'all get?
I don't think we sound.
I want y'all to be like who we sound like.
I don't think we sound like. I don't
Yeah.
think we sound like anybody. But I know who. If you like these certain bands, you would also like us.
Yeah.
Let's put it like that.
We're
That's like,
fans of.
yeah, that's like a better.
Put us in that little stuff.
Yeah, that's a better way to like put it.
Which is also like hard, and it's the same thing I always have when like we talk like genre talk, because if you go like if you go like we're prog band or something, someone's immediately gonna think the only prog band they know, and they'll be like, oh, so they're this. You know? The same thing like when we started, we were going through and like trying to be as specific with our genres as possible, but like at the end of the day, like I don't fucking know what we were, you know. So we dumbed it down to be like, oh, it's just metalcore, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna go into like what influences of metalcore this gets, But then like people would be like, oh, metalcore, and then they'd be like, oh, the only band I know is like Asking Alexandria, or they would go like, fucking Kill Switch
you're like-
Engage
and you're
stuff
like-
like that, and like, no, that's not that. So I'm like, oh,
like,
so
nah.
I would just say it just to not have to go into a genre conversation because I just never liked them.
We're strictly screamo.
Screamo.
No,
oh,
just
God.
kidding.
You know what?
That's
Bro?
still-
Hey,
anytime
yeah,
someone says screamo at all with anything,
My
I'm just
skin
like,
starts to,
it
like,
crawls.
burn.
Yeah.
you know what I tell people? Honestly, I'm not even gonna lie. Like when someone's like, what kind of music do you play? I'm just like, rock
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
roll.
Because that, I mean, let's
like-
say like the normie,
like, I don't know, dude.
Anybody who doesn't, who it's like radio is like all you got is like anything like that, then that's what they mean. Like that's you should have just said it was rock. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If they're screaming, it's metal. Like all in general. Like
I start
that's all
making
it
up
is.
stuff. I'm like Smurf core. We're like turtle core. A little bit of a
Well, people started making up their own genres because I had a band in here, Pulse, who their genre they have like on their page is like Voodoo Slam, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? And he's like, it's us. Like
Voodoo
we made it
Slam?
up. I'm like, that's fucking smart. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
that's
the
good.
way to
Yeah,
kind of get
yeah,
out of the
yeah.
genre talk, but it's while still saying like. And if
I
you-
feel like you're still gonna have to explain that.
You know,
though.
but it's like, but if you're like, oh, what is that? And it's like,
They won't
either
forget.
what you
They-
just saw, or what you're about to see.
they won't forget it.
figure
Though.
out.
Like, they probably guarantee that. They'll probably be
They'll
like,
make an explanation up for themselves, like, "Oh, Voodoo Slam, I get it."
Yeah, I get it. And they'll be like,
Oh, yeah.
because they don't want to sound
yeah.
stupid. They're like,
And it's literally, I think
cool.
the reason they came up with it, Voodoo is because like they really like the New Orleans band I Hate God that's from down there. So we went Voodoo, and it's like
you know what's funny is like if someone told me their band was Voodoo Core, or I'd be like, I get it. Like I was like I kind of already know where you're going with that.
Yeah.
Ghouls, goblins, breakdowns,
Ghouls, Goblins, and Breakdowns.
Yeah.
It is, that works.
voodoo core.
That's a more accurate description. Yeah, and I get it though because it's really hard to describe. Because someone was in here telling me about mincecore, and I'm like, what the fuck is mincecore? And
There's a lot of things that I
food?
haven't heard about. Like I didn't even know what shoegaze was. Like obviously we've been listening to like that for
I
like.
feel like that's one you need to.
Yeah,
No, but it's like funny because like I love all these bands that sound like that, and then someone's like, oh, they're like that, and then I'm like, what is that? It's just like I thought it's just rock.
Yeah.
It's just rock and roll, dude. Like
Rock and roll with a ton of reverb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, why can't you
Rock
just
with
call it
It's
rock?
hard because the reason, again, I avoided the genre talk is because I don't know shit about shit. You know what I mean? Like the way I learn about genres is somebody tells me like I hear a band and I like them, and they're like,
Then you
oh,
learn.
they're a shoegaze band, and I'm just
Yeah.
like, okay, that band is shoegaze. So that's where I judge everything else that I start learning about shoe. I don't go look up.
We're
like,
old, bro.
Shoegaze band. Like, I don't do that shit. I'm just like, oh, like like shoegaze right now. The only thing that comes to mind is
Yeah.
Trauma Ray. Like that's where I first learned what shoegaze was.
No,
Was
me
Trauma
and
Ray,
you
and I'm like,
were
okay, so
together.
now that's where I like my scale for like what is shoegaze. Like that's what I judge it by. Like, oh, okay, cool. If it sounds like Trauma Ray, then it's gonna be
Yeah.
like.
I was like, if I would have fun skateboarding to it, then it's shoegaze.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like we're old, bro. So it's like all these genres they're just they're building on each other. So it's
Yeah.
just like harder to like. I'm 32. I don't even look like it, but I'm 32.
Same, baby.
Getting old.
We all out
dog.
here, backs hurting.
We get senior discounts.
Podcast
I remember when a hot dog was $1 back in the day.
Yo, first off, fuck inflation for real, dude. I didn't know the dollar. I didn't know I haven't been to McDonald's, I guess, in forever to do dollar menu.
There's no more dollar.
There's no dollar menu, first of all.
It's dollars. Man.
It's dollars. Like I remember something like
It's called value menu.
actually, yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta-
it gets fucking worse.
You gotta
guys.
fucking jump through that window and choke
Yeah.
somebody to get something for $1.
I literally saw someone order something. I remember being like $4 and they paid 14. I'm like, this shit has gone up $10. Like, what
Oh,
the
yeah.
fuck? I go, that's so
Yeah.
fucking crazy.
Fucking Ronald is making some money right now.
Fuck yeah, fuck all.
When I
of
saw
them.
Jack in the Box prices, like McDonald's, that was scary. But then Jack in the Box prices going up, like a tacos were always like 25 cents, 50 cents.
They were 2 for $1.
Yeah.
Like I can't even be
Nah.
broke here no more.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, you can't even be broke and
Bitches
eat
are
shitty
$1,
food
yeah.
no more.
Well, it used to be like, like, oh, well, like fast food is gonna be the cheaper option. That's why everyone's going fast food.
Nah.
And now it's like, no, you might as well bitch ass buy groceries.
Take your ass
get
to
yourself some
Walmart.
fucking bread and sandwich shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Might as well start stealing from Walmart.
Yeah, get some cans of
for real, they've
spaghetti.
been stealing from you. Yeah, they had that whole fucking lawsuit happen, right? That
Oh,
Target
meat
and shit.
or whatever.
Yeah, where they were just like overcharging people and like saying, I think it was like saying the product was like a pound of whatever and
And it
it was
wasn't.
less and they would
Yeah.
still charge like the same amount of shit. And I'm like,
Damn.
man,
Fuck
all that.
Walmart.
Fuck Walmart.
Yeah.
Didn't you have to
We're
gather
going on
all of
record.
your own receipts though, because they still wanted
Who
to
the
owe
fuck-
you on
yeah.
the back end? Like,
Yeah. I'm like, that's how they get away with it. Because it's like, who the fuck is gonna do that? Or who saves the damn Walmart receipt? You know, like for real. Like I'm like, if I'm at Walmart, dude, I want to forget about this
There's that
purchase,
one
you know?
fucking guy in Wisconsin
Just
that's
rich.
like, bitch, it's on,
My fucking
and he's got
time.
a junk
charge me
drawer full of 300 of those.
$50
He puts that
motherfuckers.
green cap on. He's like,
Yeah, he's a yeah.
he's like, oh shit.
Yeah, like,
I always remember the mask every time.
Yeah.
I
That's what I was doing.
Oh,
Exactly what I was doing. Cool.
Yeah,
Movie
yeah.
references. You're getting them.
Yeah. Damn, that movie.
That's how old we
we're
are.
about to say
That's
we're
how
dating
old-
yeah, we're all like the mask.
Bro, you remember that movie? Okay, he fucking is doing the balloons in the alley, and out of nowhere he pulls out one out of his pocket, and it's a fucking
It's a condom?
a wet condom, and he said, "Sorry, kids, wrong pocket." And throws it.
oh shit.
That shit over my fucking head.
Yeah,
I
same.
rewatched
I
it.
just pieced that
I
together.
watched that when
Yeah.
I was a kid, and I was like,
Same.
And
I
I
was
was
just
like,
I don't know about
I'm
that.
like, why he got a wet balloon in his pocket?
Yeah.
Same thing. I goes, I guess that's why it's funny because it's wet.
Wet,
Like,
yeah, I'm like-
Yeah.
No,
there's
jizz in it.
like, oh, I get it now. It's like, he came in that.
Yeah.
No, there's a lot of shit like that.
You just
where-
ruined my childhood for me, guys.
It's a Tommy again.
Oh yeah.
You're just gonna start quoting the rest of the
Yeah,
movie.
but I could probably do the whole thing.
Um,
I think, but-
Okay, so you were talking like there is a theme that you guys follow as far as like subject matter goes. What are those like kind of highlights that you go to?
No, I'm just fine. I don't know. I guess it's always been like, like deep stuff, like really deep stuff, deep as the ocean, deep as the pockets of my girl pants, like, no. What I was, Shane was asking me about this earlier or the other day. I guess basically what I say is like, kind of talk about all the things that I don't like, like depression and like anger and like all that kind of stuff. So I don't have to be while I'm here and present with y'all. Like I get it out with that shit, so that way I can just be happy, normal when I'm with my friends and with around people. So it's kind of like an outlet, So it's like all of our content is like really like, talking about like self-harm and like, like I said, like, like being violent and like all that kind of stuff. But if you ever meet any of us, none of us are like that, like at all. But it's because we try to get it out in the art, so that way it makes it a positive thing that someone else can relate to. So we try to make something ugly pretty.
Gotcha.
That's basically what it is. We very rarely sing about happy stuff because I don't really have.
Sometimes some of the lyrics are like a realization that's like powerful, and it's something that you can reflect back on. Like Dolos itself, it's like, I think if you read the lyrics, a lot of us can reflect that we've all felt that way. But at the end, it's like we kind of remind yourself of like, hey, you're gonna be here again, but it's gonna be okay, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then
literally,
some concepts that you've written about.
Yeah, literally the first lyrics of Dolos are from the mess of me, from this mess of me again. So it's like, like talking about like all the times that I've fucked up or done something wrong and I'm being hard on myself. But it's like, yeah, like we kind of, like I said, try to get it out in the music so that way it doesn't have to like come into like my actual life and how I treat and deal with people.
Yeah.
And yeah, like obviously like something ugly like that, like thinking of myself as a mess, put it into an art, and then it becomes something beautiful. So it doesn't, so it's still a positive thing, even though it's negative, you know what I mean? But no one's gonna be happy all the time.
Yeah.
Well, what good has that ever done anybody?
What good is that ever done?
Being happy all the time, you don't get. You can just sit in the fucking corner and just be happy, So it's like, yeah, I don't know. It's,
Overrated.
Yeah.
being content is overrated. Yeah.
Being content is
Sounds
crazy
awesome.
too. It sounds. It sounds. I don't know. Like I guess there's parts of it I agree with and parts of it I don't. But most of it is like when you're content and lose like the drive to do anything like more. But I people get there and then like they do that. But I like what you're saying about using that to process these actual emotions that are real. Like so, one thing that I had early on with writing is that I would try. It sounds stupid to me now, but I would try to be right about whatever I was singing. That means that I avoided being real, because anytime I was like, say if I would react to a situation in like anger, I'd be like, man, I shouldn't be feeling angry about this, and then I would calm down and then like not write whatever that was. Yeah. But that what happened, that anger, like that shit was real, like it's gone, like, oh, it's not here all the time. I go, but it's here, like, so I would just avoid creating anything real. And then once I started actually looking into those and things like talking about the things that actually do bother me, or like this shit does affect me like this, or doing something that I'm like, oh, I didn't do the right thing here, you know, I fucked up here, and being real about that just made it real for me and let me actually process that shit and move on from it.
And it helps you to connect to people. Like, people connect to it more when you're being real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like literally, one of our lyrics is, "I'm wrong, so you can be right." Like, literally, it's like how you were saying, like, you know, you didn't want to be wrong, and there's like a lyric that we have in King Pariah that's like, I knew from an early point in my life that my role was to balance the scale. I'm wrong, so you can be right. It's like, so sometimes, like, there's always got to be we can't all be the good guy.
Yeah.
You know, like, I've done a lot of bad shit in my life, you know, and like, and I want to acknowledge that and like say that, like, if somebody needs a finger to point, like, I can be that wrong person because I can admit it at least. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, there is some power in being wrong. You know what I mean? So.
Because you're gonna, like, there's so many, like,
No one's right
people, there's so many fucking perspectives. It's very fucking arrogant to be like, oh, my
I'm right
way
all
of
the time.
seeing things, like, is the only way to see things, you know what I mean?
absolutely.
I love that that's my, the evolution of the way I've, like, looked at, like, the world has gone more to that. You know, I'm like, oh, most of the time I assume I'm fucking wrong. Like, because I assume, like, the thing that I know is the version that, you know, whatever influenced me, whatever my experience went through, that's why I think this way. But whoever I'm talking to, or whoever's like saying whatever thing that I don't agree with, like, well, I don't fucking know how they got here. You know what I mean? So let's figure that shit out first, and, you know, let's go from there.
You
know?
stop learning whenever you think you're right all the time.
Yeah,
That's why it's
no,
hard to trust somebody who always, you're like, oh, I know how everything is. I'm exactly right. They're very headstrong
Yeah.
on something. It's hard to trust someone like
Like, when
that.
did you stop learning?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, you can't just be wrong
Or
sometimes.
how can you be
like,
so sure?
Yeah,
You know?
I think people just need to open themselves up to, like, perspective, like, so much. Just be open to hearing somebody else's point of view. That's one thing about this shit that I've enjoyed, is that I've talked to so many fucking people and been like, oh shit, I don't see shit the way you do, but it's fucking cool. Like, let's figure it out. And then you figure out parts that you're wrong or parts that are different, and just
Yeah, man, I was looking at this wall. You've had a lot of fucking badass people here.
there's
That's just last
Bunch of
year,
familiar
right?
faces.
that was last year. Then this year, that's what 91, and we're at 110. So this year we're up to
wow.
we're like almost 20 episodes in this year.
That's sick, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
like,
then-
now we got some questions for you.
Oh shit!
No, I was like, where were you on 9/11? Huh?
Fifth grade. Fifth grade.
Fifth grade.
Yeah.
Dang.
Fifth grade, and my parents wouldn't take me out of school.
Sixth
man.
grade too. Remember that too. Yeah.
No, I was one of those kids that got, like, didn't get held back, but I was born the 2 days like
That was
after
me,
that
man.
one cutoff
That
line.
was
I'm
me.
like, that's some bullshit.
Yep, I was right there with you.
Yeah, I was like, but I remember, like, they were talking about 9/11. I was just pissed that they didn't take me out of
normal
school.
conversations. How deep is your belly button? Huh?
Oh shit, let's find out. We're finding out today on the podcast. Yeah, see,
Or how long you been doing this? You can pick one of the 3 questions.
What are
to
they-
answer.
I'll take the belly button.
let's do the belly button. That's gonna get the views.
Everybody.
Everybody's got to do it. You know what I mean? Nah, it's gonna turn to a Me Too thing.
Thumbnail
It's like,
incoming.
he made us take our shirts off, show our belly
I'm
buttons.
gonna start crying on here.
Yeah. Let's go around. What's something that makes you cry?
Yeah.
I was like, that's not a bad question.
That's not a bad
Yeah.
question. Here, I'll start it off. That scene in The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air where
his dad,
dad lives. Yeah, every time.
That one fucks
Yeah.
me up.
Yeah,
hard.
yeah.
The part where
The statue
Airbud,
where he's the
Yeah,
dad's
when I got
holding
the
the
stupid prince.
Airbud, Airbud, where he's like, just go or whatever. Oh, yeah.
Dan, you were old as shit.
No, Airbud. You know what I'm talking about? Airbud.
Airbud, I know
Yeah, he
Airbud.
makes the dog go away. He's
He
like,
does that in Airbud? I thought that was White Fang.
It's probably the
I thought
same
that was
exact.
Cujo.
That's a wolf.
I thought that was
probably Cujo.
I thought that was Cujo.
Hollywood. It's the same fucking movie wrapped into like 3 different things.
Just go.
Basically, he has to make the dog go away, and it's
Yeah.
sad. All right.
That's fine. That's pretty sad.
Yeah.
That makes me crash. Oh, I know what makes me crash.
Mm.
First time I ever ate a Wendy's burger. I opened that hoe up. I was like, "What the fuck?" And it was square.
Square
I
patty?
was like, "Oh god damn it!" I was fucking pissed.
Nah,
Anyway.
you can't be playing
What's up?
God like that, man.
No, I was playing. I ate it. I still ate it
Nah, that's how we all do.
with my tears.
That's the song you say. No matter what, we always still end up eating, man.
I still ate
We
it.
all-
You
Always
gotta
still
be
end up
strong
eating.
enough to throw that shit away.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's
New song.
Our new,
There you go.
our new EP's called "I Still Ate It."
I still. Oh, shit.
That could mean. Okay.
I can mean a lot of
Yeah,
things.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
I can
still
mean a lot
ate
of things.
I still
I don't know, dog.
Yeah, so anyways, this is a very serious podcast, as you can tell. Okay, so you're talking about how now the writing dynamic is going to be different in the new stuff that's going to be written. So what do you think will be? Is there things that you're aiming to change based on the last release to what you're doing now, or you want to just keep going on the same trajectory?
Tony?
I think we're wanting to change it just a smidge because we're different people. It's a different lineup now. So I think Matthias and we come from classical and jazz backgrounds, and so it's kind of going to be more directed more towards like ambient sound and a little bit more, maybe a little bit more toned down on certain tracks. But I guess I don't want to say experimental because that's such a broad term, but I do want to say we're going to kind of go out of our comfort zone to make something a little bit different from the previous releases.
So just so like I know, so you're saying you come from like classical and like jazz like background. What does that like mean? Like exactly? Like
just like school,
training?
like just like we were brought up in school. I played in orchestra. He played in jazz. I don't know if did you play in orchestra as well?
No, and I kind of did most of that at college, low-key, because I just was like, fuck it, I'm going to learn classical like 6 months before I have to audition.
Shit.
Fuck it, we ball. It worked.
Yeah.
Good little way. Now I have crackhead nails. It's awesome.
Now I have crackhead nails.
Yeah, them two are more like professionally trained musically, like Tony. You can play. He can play a stand-up bass, like and
that's coming on
he
ICP.
teaches music at where you
Multiple places.
Yeah. So like there, and we're over here just like I don't even know chords or scales.
Bunch of couple fucking cavemen.
Yeah,
and then everybody else in our band is like classically
we're just some
trained.
fucking
Jackson went to Berkeley. He went to UNT. This guy over here can. They're all reading sheet music, and me and him are like singing riffs with our mouths.
We're street kids over here, just fucking.
That's the right. I
learn how to play out.
That just makes me excited for that combo. To be honest with you.
No,
it helps.
Yeah.
It helps.
Not that they're not street kids either. They're grimy. Okay.
Are you used?
They're grimy.
We all lived under a bridge for a year together. Okay. We busted. No, it's fine.
But the funny thing is like through middle school and high school, like I did classical guitar. That's why you said the nail thing. I'm like, oh, that's exactly relatable. Like all of us had the one hand that had like the nails on it and like Dylan's. But yeah, like I remember like learning sheet music, and which is gonna lead to my next question because I remember trying to translate that over to playing metal, and like I didn't have the greatest time with it, so I bailed like on trying to do guitar like in the music that I was listening to, and then I just was going vocal. So I'm like, yeah, this is what I want to do. But how was that transition moving, or which one came first? Was it the classical kind of thing?
Classical did come first. I mean, like my first band out of high school and a little bit of college was in like 2015 and 16, which was like mainly like a shoegaze like punk band, and I tried to translate that, like my classical and jazz training to that, and I'm like this doesn't work. Like you kind of have to just like
you gotta dumb down. You gotta
dumb it down a
classical
bit.
punk, bro.
Yeah. So I mean,
it's not classic.
That transition kind of happened for me almost 10 years ago.
Wow. Okay.
So I mean, like, I've been in several bands since then. So I think like going from that to the street, performance or street
to the
bands.
street. Taking it after going back out to the street. That's Fall Europa.
It's been a learning curve. A learning curve for sure. But yeah. But it's been nice though.
Matthias.
For me, it kind of helps, but I did it backwards from what he did. Yet again, he and I are 90% of the time opposites, but I love that about our relationship.
Yeah.
Very true.
It's fun.
Yeah.
But for me, what I love is I can nerd out in front of my Mac and just use the shitty little keyboard thing, and I can knock out an idea. Like if I have a break in my lessons at work, be like, hey, here's MIDI to this bullshit tapping thing we did last weekend. What do you think? And then it gives us ways that like they can jam it in their car and be like, oh, by the time we actually come to practice, we know the ideas, even though it isn't at all what it's going to end up being, which I think is fun.
That's been a move in the last, I mean, I don't know, maybe 10 years that it's gone more accessible to like bands and stuff like that, which has been so fucking cool that people can do that. That like bands who, because we were just talking about getting together and like how difficult like that is, and you know, just organizing practices and shit like that. So writing, being able to write separately, individually, like you send a track over here, like, oh, okay, by the time you get together in a room, everybody like knows the gist. Okay, we know how to jam like this part and know how to do these things. Like I feel like such a revolutionary thing to like songwriting, because like
it's the future.
It's inflation. Like we don't have. It's inflation, bro. You don't have enough time to be together to sit around. You don't, bro. We're always.
I was like, am I getting
back
fat?
to inflation.
No.
Inflation? Am I getting fat?
It's almost a requirement to be in a band to have at least some, like you have to have some sort of interface and DAW to be able to track ideas and write and record. Because you don't have the luxury of hanging out all the time and going to a practice space to write like how you used to. You do have to kind of write a little bit separately and weigh in when you're remote, and then kind of come together and
well, working for the man now.
Everybody's working, paying bills, man.
It's the fucking reality. I mean, it sucks, but like, I mean, one thing you guys have dealt with it, especially, but like losing members to like people starting families and shit like that. Like,
I'm like, baby, dude. Baby.
Coward.
Like,
Babies
baby,
are overrated.
we can have an album.
Yeah, exactly.
That should be your baby. Get the fuck out of here. That's
I got an album about hating babies.
Dude, don't give it away.
Yeah.
It's a concept album.
Yeah.
I still eat it.
Yeah, but
I still eat it.
That's still the name of the album.
Little did you know it was about eating babies.
So metal.
That is pretty metal. So you're getting heavier. That's what the next album is. That ability is like, it's been so cool to see like bands utilize. And again, like the affordability of to have like an interface and like access to like a DAW. Like when I was starting off, as always, like people were fucking talking about Pro Tools all the time, how expensive that shit is, and it's apparently like shittiest fucking one that people are having to deal with like these days. And now you can do, we run this shit off of Reaper. Like it's the fucking free.
It's
free.
Continue trial.
I'm still evaluating, baby. I'm still thinking about it. I'm on the fence.
Like I need a new email to get a new free trial. I got GarageBand on my phone. Like it's
like,
pretty easy. Dude.
That's one thing that's revolutionary. Like I've been seeing people like on TikTok and shit like that. Like kids make fucking like. The younger generation is fucking like killing it with like music production.
They're making bangers, like
bangers on their phone, dude, and it's wild as shit. I'm like, dude,
pissed off.
Yeah, believe me, when that was
because I was back in the days and we were in the fucking garage, like having to pay like $400 for someone to record like 3 songs, like right, like. I don't remember Tonal Records?
On like an 8-track little piece of shit. You know what I mean?
And now they can just do it in their fucking house by themselves. It's crazy.
Yeah, like
respect though. I was just kidding. I'm not that.
The home studios now though, like people like run, you're like, and people running legitimate like music out of that shit. Like I know, Cody Casillas, like who does Black Oil, like built the whole fucking studio in like his garage and completely converted it, and has been putting out some really fucking cool music like out of there. You know what I mean?
About stuff, yeah, because like I was saying earlier, we have that Europa Studios at our spot, so like we would talk to him about some stuff. That's them two mainly. Him and Trey and Matthias run that pretty hard, you know, record other bands and stuff like that, and they're way more knowledgeable, I would say, than I am and Tony are about it.
For sure.
I come in like, yeah, that's pretty good, and they're like, what do you think about the low ends? I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, just y'all got it.
It's like, like maybe you tweak them a little bit, you know.
Sounds dope. Dope, dude.
Can you make it louder?
Yeah, that's it. Like you just turn it up. What, you know, I that's how dumb I was, because like DJ's the one that deals with my bullshit all the time. It was the reason like I know how to at least set up to record this, but it's not like I can't go in here and do it like on my own. Like I have a fucking template. But yeah, that's how like, oh, I want this to change. Like I need this or whatever when we would record like pre-pro and shit like that. And he's like, well, I can't just, you know, you can't just turn it up. Like, it's a whole fucking deal. And, like, when he was talking about, like, fitting shit into the right, like, frequencies thing, I'm like, what the fuck? What do you mean? Just turn it up. Like, you know, I would say dumb shit like that. And I'm like,
just make it sound cool, dude.
Yeah. And he's like, yeah, it just doesn't sound good. You know, like, do
you
something.
Make it sound crispy.
But that's also, like, I think you just got to learn how to do, because, like, going into the studio, I remember, like, going into the studio for the first time and just being completely blind about shit like that. So, which I think is another thing, like, being able to do that pre-production and shit like that at home lets you have a better like form of like communication with your producer or your engineer, whoever's like recording you, to be able to be like, this is what we need out of this shit. Because otherwise, like, I think the first time we went in to work with somebody, I was like that. You know what I mean? Like, well, how do you make this just sound better? Like, I didn't know how to describe the shit, or I would describe it and like we wouldn't have like the communication wouldn't be. I wouldn't know what the fuck I was talking about. So I gotta know. You gotta learn a little bit to be able to get someone to understand.
It helps. It
really.
helps with writing too. Like obviously, like having that whole thing like at our disposal to be able to like record stuff and. Yeah, and there's obviously some weird vocabulary that comes out, like I want this to be a little fatter, or I want this to be a little more
But see, that makes
crunchy. And I mean, I know you've heard some weird words.
Oh yeah.
What when we sent the drums off for what was
Boxy.
Boxy, that was the one.
They were
like,
everything.
They're
Was,
like everything seems a little too boxy, and they're like, "What the fuck does that mean?" We're just like,
we all agreed on that
What
word.
did it mean, though?
dude, it meant like it just
It did sound like
sounded
it was
in a box.
Sound like it was in a
And, like, it didn't sound like it got beat up by Mike Tyson. It wasn't boxy like that. It was
No.
like it sounded like it was a little tight. You know, like I don't know. It was just see tight.
like it's in a shoebox.
Like, yeah, there you go. Does that make sense?
You just kicked off.
I remember watching the. I don't know if you guys remember the what was it, the collision course thing with Linkin Park and Jay-Z when they recorded stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But seeing the faders on it, they were just writing shit in. I'm like, do those not do anything? Because it was like, this one's the suck fader. We're gonna turn it down. I'm like, what? It was like, what is it actually doing? Like, I was like, it was so flabbergasted. I'm like, what the fuck are they doing?
Yeah, vocabulary gets pretty abstract when you're recording
Everybody has
sometimes.
their own terms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys? So you record? Do you record everything like with you guys, or do you guys?
Yeah.
Have you guys worked? Okay, so
Yeah, we
everything-
Yeah, we
record all of our
do. We
own
do
stuff.
it. Yeah, we record all of our own stuff.
Really? So the
And,
Ladies EP was all you have to send anything
So
out?
no,
like,
we.
mastering
So
anything?
actually, Jamie King helped us out with the last two of them. So we tracked everything and then like did the editing and then sent it to him.
Okay.
This next one will all be done by us. The Hes Stalin stuff was done by Europa Studios. If you listen to the stuff that they have out right now,
Which
and
you
their
should.
next, yeah, which you should. Their next EP is going to be all done by us, and then all of our new stuff's going to be completely done in house.
How do y'all feel about like that, having that like independence to be able to do everything?
Oh, it's fucking awesome.
I don't have any. I don't touch it whenever we record it, but I am very proud to be a part of a group that does that because it's not very common where people do that, and I think it's something that I think other bands should definitely take into consideration and whenever they're approaching like recording and releasing stuff.
We had that one guy that was gonna like help us do marketing, and he he didn't know that we did all that by ourselves. Remember, and he was just like, "Wait, y'all record this and do y'all's music videos like by yourselves too?" And we were just kind of like, "Yeah, kind of." And he was like, "We need to know all that like before we like start helping y'all." Remember, like he was.
Yeah, it helps. Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
he
all
was,
of our
he was like,
music
"I didn't know
videos-
that y'all did all that." Like,
Like we're tracking ourselves. All of our music videos are done with like my wife. She does all of our music videos.
Oh, really?
And then
she edits them too. and,
yeah,
like,
she edits everything. Shane helps us out with like all of our marketing and stuff. And then
Shane.
yeah, it's
Shout
cool.
out to
Like
Shout out to
every
that
time I
fucking guy.
look over there, you're just like
You're just
the
cheesing, bro.
sunglasses, mustache, just chilling.
it's just cheesing.
He's our
Yeah,
body.
yeah.
He's our bodyguard.
Don't
fuck around.
He's our bodyguard. He protects us.
Yeah, dude,
Don't fuck
it's
around
it's
with
cool. Like,
Shane,
dude, I think a lot of this started because money, right?
Yeah.
Like we all, I have two kids. You know, I work all the time, so I'm broke. We're all kind of broke, but it also was like, hey, it makes more sense to invest in ourselves and our skills and learn and try to learn from other people, and then in the future we can do this and get more creative with it. So I don't know, it's kind of fun. It just how it's great tool to help us write. I think doing like the videos and stuff ourselves, like whatever idea, however long it's going to take us, let's get it right. And it kind of helps push us to a more creative outlet. It's more of our taste on it than somebody else's. And if you can't do that yourself, which most people can't, it's all about finding people that like, for one, that you can afford within your price range and are like willing to like take you to that next level that you want to be, you know, which is like tons of people in Dallas who are doing that now.
They can understand like what, like especially with like music videos and shit,
Yeah.
or even like music videos, like they have to be able to do like the vision that you can, like, or understand each other in that thing. And then with like music production is someone trustworthy. Who are you gonna like leave your music into and be okay with them? Hey, what if you did this here? Because I can tell you, like, my first experience with that, like, I did not like it. Like, I was just like, oh, like, but it was the trust thing. I didn't have the trust with this. The ideas, looking back at them, they were really good. I should have done that, but I didn't. Like I was just like, no, like we write the music. You don't fucking know shit. And I mean, they knew what they were talking about. But
basically,
you know
what's
what I mean?
going on here is we just don't trust anybody.
Yeah, but it's like once you do it yourself, if you know
It's
like
so
where
true,
you're
though.
trying to go,
kind of is like we don't have to look
it
for
helps
somebody.
with that. You know, you know exactly what you want to do, so you're gonna fucking work at it until it sounds like what you want. The other thing is if you're interested in it, then fucking yeah, by all means, learn as much as you can. And if it helps you with this, you know, the more you can do yourself, the easier you can put shit out whenever you want. The easier you can actually work ideas through and make them what you want. Like recently, I picked up with like all the noise rock shit and stuff, like shows that we do. We're like, oh, you know, like I've been like really interested in like photography, and I'm like, I've never actually like I own cameras that just work for this, and I used to do like video work and stuff, but I'm like, I've never taken fucking pictures at all. But I'm always like, I have like I have like Polaroids, I have like fucking little cameras and shit that I've always like enjoyed taking pictures. I'm like, why the fuck do I don't like dedicate time to this? And I've been having the fucking like best time of my life just learning shit, and I'm like getting stuck on the computer, like learning how to edit and shit like that. I'm like, this is fun. And then
It's exciting, yeah.
And then when I think, and I'm like, this is cool. I'm like, so one thing, like, it's another skill that I'm just adding to like myself. And then with us doing shows all the fucking time, we need fucking pictures for all these damn shows.
It goes hand in hand.
Yeah, you know, and I have so many photographers that are really fucking good, but like I love paying them what they're worth. I just can't afford that like every show.
Right,
you know what I mean?
right.
Like I'm not gonna like lowball anybody. Luckily, like I have like so many friends that are like, oh, you know, we'll do it for this, but I can't. Like I don't like doing that so many times.
Yeah,
You know?
of course, yeah, of course.
I'm like, no, I'll do like, especially I'm like,
You
you're
wanna support
really good.
them,
Yeah, I'm like, you're fucking working your ass off. I know it. You know, so
Shout out to Brent.
Yeah,
Brent, Brent's one of
Shout
them.
out
Yeah.
to Brent. Yeah.
yeah.
Brent's one of them.
Yeah, he's a fucking go getter right now. With
Yeah,
photography.
yeah.
He's at every show,
He talks to
always
me quite a
supporting.
bit. Like him, my friend Bailey, like is like working for her fucking ass. So shout out to Bailey's like is really good. And then like I just have this other friend named Alex, but all of them like are hustling, and I'm like, dude, I see the hustle. There's no fucking way I'd be like, oh, what if can you do it for this much? Fuck
right,
that.
right.
And then saying all that
Yeah,
is so
exactly.
disrespectful.
That's
Like,
disrespectful,
yeah.
And I think I may have done that super early on. Again, when I was stepping into the scene and didn't know shit about shit, I was just like, oh, maybe like you can like lowball people. And then once you like get in the community and learn, like it's like,
it's fucked
bro,
up.
like
You don't want to, yeah, you don't
yeah,
want
like
It comes back at you like, oh, that guy's gonna try to lowball.
yeah. And then again, everybody fucking talks. So if you like tell somebody you can't do it for this, but pay somebody else to do it, like no, people will say that. So I'm like, I'm always, and luckily I've grown in the community to be like that. So like, no, I don't do it because people are gonna talk. I do it because it's the right fucking thing to do. You know what I mean? Like so, and then so like you work like the more people you know, the more you get involved in like your scene and community. The more people like you can, oh, you do this, you know, for us, and we'll help you out with this thing or whatever. And you learn like you know. Getting put on shows or getting help with like who does merch, who does photos, but like everybody, there's so many fucking people doing it out here. It's
Yeah, it's true.
good and bad thing, but yeah, there's people fucking hustling out here, so you can find people to help you with your vision.
Yeah.
But being able to do it in house is something a lot of bands I know are like definitely jealous of. Like that, you know, that's a lot of people's goals.
I
like
would
to
say
have.
that it's something to be jealous of, but also at the same time, it's like we are doing it all of ourselves.
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of
work,
work.
yeah.
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot to take on, to act like. That's why we're so happy to have Shane now, because he's gonna help us like manage and stuff like that.
Shane.
Yeah, and he's just been helping us out for a short amount of time, and it's already taken so much of a load off of all of us. I feel like honestly, like like ask him some questions, man.
So with that, like what does that entail? Like what part are you like helping out with?
Right now, it's a lot of social media and then
Okay.
like the marketing aspect of it, but it's a little bit of an administrative too, like prep for the podcast that we're on right now, or the taking notes for like the band meeting we're at. So it's like super entry level at the moment, and it started with me and Trey just worked together, and one day we were just shooting the shit at lunch. And I was like, yeah, man, just wait for your band to blow up and you'll be good. I was like, oh, yeah, and I'll be y'all's manager. And his eyes just kind of lit up. And he's like,
do it
fuck
now,
yeah, bro. Yeah. He's like,
We need that now.
Yes. And so, yeah, it's been a huge learning experience, like what you're saying, because I was kind of, I'd say, outside of the scene, still trying to get a little bit plugged in. But the learning aspect, fascinating.
Yeah.
Like, I had no idea there was so much in the Dallas music scene.
Yeah.
Just tons, bro. Tons.
Tons, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
But that's a big help though, to be honest, because like when you're in, especially like with how much you guys do in house,
so much.
This getting
so
like
much.
social media has become such a big part of like shit that you need to handle. Shit, just like responding to fucking
it,
comments,
dude.
responding
Hate
to
it.
messages, like
It's like the other half
posting,
of
shit
like
that.
being in a band and being in a business.
Like, you have
like
to-
having that social media presence, and that's just that's one thing that I think like bands just need to be on nowadays.
Yeah.
I have a big problem with like like every time that we have a show, somebody wants me to go on, make a video and be like, hey, what's up, it's Taylor from Fall Europa, we got a show, come out this Saturday.
Yeah.
I just feel so
I like
I
the
feel so
voice.
fake like doing it. Like it just feels so weird. Like I don't know, just like, and I know there's nothing wrong with it, it just feels unnatural for me to do it. So it's like it helps having someone that's like he's totally about it, or he'll make me do it, you know what I'm saying? So it's just a good thing. Like I need someone to like be like, get the fuck, make a fucking video, and like you need to promote your shit, and I'm just like, all right, fine, I'll fucking do it. But like you have to become like, it's like almost like the music matters almost just as much as your personality on social media nowadays. Like you have to become a social media personality for your band to get big, when it's like it used to just be like you just have good music. you know, so it's like it fucking sucks, man. Yeah, it
Which
sucks,
is the
man.
good and
Like,
bad thing about like how accessible it is for people to make music. It's just that
Yeah.
there's so much fucking of it out there,
Yeah.
and so much
And-
there's
and-
actual good music.
And the
out
amount
there.
of the amount of how much it has to do with the actual music is going in a weird direction. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like
Yes.
that's the
You have
scary
to have
part.
a whole story that you're telling, and you have to have like reels, and you have to build your own fan base.
but
like-
not about your music, but
It's not about your music,
but,
about liking you and your image and
Well,
your
yeah, and it's like
know.
you're like, you're not gonna like me.
yeah.
Just listen to my
here's-
music.
yeah.
Fuck it, we just got to be Jeffrey.
Yeah.
Here's I mean, my take on like content and social media is like definitely shifted into just one direction, and it's gotta be real. It's gotta be genuine. Like if it
Yeah.
feels fake, if you're doing something just because it's a trend, like, or just because that's what somebody else is doing, like you can see that. If you feel like you're being forced to do it, like it to me, like I see that shit and I'm like, oh. And it has to do a lot with like maybe like I did retail for like so many years, so like salesmen people, like I hate it. So if it feels like you're just trying to sell me something and not really
I don't
give
want
a
it.
fuck about who it's, I don't
want
give a
it.
shit. But if the ones that I've seen like do successful things, keep this level of like authenticity in them just being themselves, and then make shit that they like. So that's how I've done it. Is like I've just made stuff that I would actually like enjoy watching or, something like that.
We kind of have a problem with that because they have to keep me
On a tight leash.
on a tight leash because I'll do some wild ass shit and then get
Yeah,
no-
but
end
I kind
up
of like
getting-
the wild.
He's
edge.
goofy.
Yeah.
I'll get us in trouble, but all right. This is a good example. When the boy with scales just came out, the music video.
Yeah.
It's already happened. Might as well just talk about it. This right when the music video came out, it was getting good traction. Like we were like every time I'd refresh it, it was getting like another 1,000. Like we were all pumped about it. It was like, oh damn, it's like at 6,000. And I'd refresh it in an hour and it'd be like 8,000.
Yeah.
Refresh it and like the next day it's at 15, and the next day it's at 20 something. Next day it's at 30. So it was getting good traction and everything. So we were all really excited about that. And at the same time that was happening, this random girl, just happened to message me on Facebook, I think, and she was like, "Hey, I think you're kind of cute. We should maybe go on a date, grab a beer, or something like that." Had nothing to do with the music, at all. And I was like, texted them. I was like, "Wouldn't it be funny if I just like messaged her back, being like, you just want me because I'm blowing up," which is obviously a joke because we're not blowing up. Nobody knows who the fuck we are. You know what I mean? And then I did, and she was like, if you think that's really why I'm messaging you back, then you're fucking crazy and you need therapy and all this shit. And I was just like, whatever. But then I ended up messaging her back, being like, "Hey, I was totally playing. That was just a joke. I didn't mean any harm by it and everything like that." And she was like, "Oh, okay. I thought you were fucking crazy."
Yeah.
And I was like, "I am," but I was like, "Do you mind if I like post this like on our page so I
I
can?" Like,
fucking hate. That's exactly when my brain went to.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you should have screenshotted this.
no, I did.
Yeah.
So I posted it on our page, and I was like, "See, we're blowing up so hard that you better." I got people all in my DMs, and she was in on the joke, you know. But then we get a million people just being like, "You piece of shit! Like this girl was just showing interest in your band, and now you're treating her like shit."
Yeah.
And I'm like, she didn't even know I was in a band. Like I was like, this is a joke. But like, and everyone who knew me was like, "This is hilarious," and then everyone who didn't know me was like, "You're a piece of shit. Your band sucks."
Yeah.
You're like all this shit, and it was like, and
it ended up helping us.
Yeah.
we got so much traction on it, and I was like, that was fucking hilarious. And the girl, and like even the girl was posting on the status, being like, "I'm in on this. It's just a joke," but people obviously it would just. There's so many comments that no one saw it, so they just thought that I was being mean to some girl on purpose.
Seem like a bad thing though. That feels like because of how honestly,
I thought it was funny.
I mean, and I don't know, like if this caused some fighting later, everybody's like, oh, but
no,
the way that you went about it, you know what I mean? Like, hey, you cool with this? Like,
I
you're doing that,
asked
you know
them
what I mean?
before I did
So
it,
like you had all like these things.
But they didn't know. But that was the point. I was kind of like trolling.
But that's what I'm saying. Like the
people,
internet loves to disagree more than any fucking
and I was like,
thing
see,
in the
this is
world.
y'all's dumbass,
Yeah.
because
So,
y'all
like,
didn't fucking,
yeah.
y'all didn't do the research to realize that this is just a joke, and you're just ready to attack me.
Yeah,
So,
no,
like,
so we did.
I'm like, whatever, bro.
So
fuck y'all.
the 2 videos that we've made that like have blown up are just like, so we've been doing like a little bit of like social media coverage for other like people, for like festivals and stuff like that.
Yeah.
One of them we did it like a hardcore fest that we threw, and we did like, we were asking people like, what's your hot take? Dude, people love to say wild shit, and then like the comment, it's to this day it's still getting comments. People being like, "You're like," someone was like, "Oh, Jared Leto's the best Joker in the world." She's like, "This girl's fucking crazy," like blah blah blah, you know. But everybody's like ready to disagree. Same thing we did. What's the worst band name you've ever heard? And people just named like band names, and people were like,
those are great.
yeah. And then people were just saying like whatever, and then but
Fall Europa.
but the comments, dude, not gonna lie, so this is, I'm probably like you, where we're like throwing out some like dangerous ideas, but that's what I wanted to do that really bad. I'm like, let's go through locals and just do like, what's a good band name, bad band name. I go, we're not talking about the band itself. I go, just the name. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But they were like, yeah, I don't know about that. And I'm like,
I know.
yeah, but I feel
First
like I do
episode
that.
down.
I do that so
Yeah.
where I'm like,
I got a lot of wild ideas.
I do a lot of stuff where I'm like, people will know it's a joke. Like, okay, so the things,
No, they won't.
Whatever.
No, they won't.
You're right. Cause,
They
yeah,
won't.
because like I remember like, so I told you like I've only cut a few things out of the podcast. Like, and one of the things wasn't like, it wasn't
Get
bad.
cut out of this one.
It wasn't bad. It just cuts to the next thing.
Yeah.
So that's what it was.
yeah.
No, I mean,
I'm crying. I'm
like
like
specifics, but basically, yeah, someone like was, someone who grew up in the punk scene was just saying like, I think the punk scene goes harder than the hardcore scene, and I'm just like, but the way the story went is it's just because that's where he grew up, going to shows, that's what he remembers, blah blah blah. So I got it. But I like to instigate. So as a joke, I'm laughing the whole time. I'm like, oh, you heard it here first. Fuck the hardcore scene, y'all weak pussies, or some shit like that. Something like that. And I'm laughing. I'm bawling. I was like, obvious. And I think I say, like, obviously, that's a joke, whatever.
Yeah.
And then, like, they messaged me. Like, yeah, can you cut that out? Like, you know, where I said that. I'm like, no, it's funny. It's a joke. Like, who's going to really go blah, blah, blah.
It's
So,
gonna
yeah,
hurt
just in
some
case.
feelings.
I don't think you have to cut anything out from ours. So we don't.
Nah,
But you might want to.
but it was a joke. Yeah, that's what I'm
dig
like, but I was
shit.
like, whatever. But I do get like, yeah, I don't know. Some people feel like I'm like, oh, but if you're making a joke, then whatever. You know what I mean?
No one knows when you're joking nowadays, so that's the crazy part.
But again, like for engagement shit like that, you know, let them figure it out.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
you
yeah,
know, like,
exactly.
yeah.
Like,
I mean, the hard part is the opposite end. The people that don't take it serious and like act on it and shit. Like that's the crazy part where like you don't know you don't know what the fuck people are up to these
if
days.
they
You know
would
what I
know
mean?
any of us, like they would know that we love everybody. We support
Yeah.
everybody. There's not, you know, like everyone live your life, be happy. We're
Yeah.
not trying to make nobody fucking mad or hate on anybody at all. We're just, I like to laugh. Laugh is fun. I mean, Tony gets on my fucking nerves sometimes. But other than that, like, you know, this fucking guy over here.
hey,
but,
you fucking cocksucker.
yeah.
The Joey Diaz.
Other than that, you know, we don't really.
Yeah, but
We don't
yeah,
have very many convictions, you know. No.
yeah. We don't have many commitments. That's supposed to be a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
I
not.
don't give a fuck. Do it. You can
Yeah.
do whatever.
None of us
You
are
can
on,
do whatever
like-
you want.
None of us are on like parole or anything like that, you know. We're good.
What? More. Yeah.
We're off, you know. We're out the legal system, you know.
See, that's why you haven't blown up. One of you got to go to jail.
What are we gonna go for?
Who would go to jail and what would it be for?
Oh, God.
So who's gonna arrest?
That would be this guy. Yeah. And honestly, you don't even know what it would be for. Like, there's so many different.
Probably like
There's so many choices. So
Yeah. It would honestly be for some like dumb shit. It wouldn't even be a crazy thing. Like,
probably like swimming in a fountain in like Highland Park or something like
Yeah,
that. With
something
with floaties
dumb.
on and flippers and a snorkel, and I'm just like in
What
there.
fountain?
Just the
Like a
most
public
busiest
fountain?
one, the busiest one that
Like,
people are, you know, Maybe in front of a nice apartment
maybe
complex.
a mall fountain.
Yeah, something like that.
Ooh,
you know?
mall fountain,
Yeah,
yeah.
something like that.
Get some quarters.
Where I would try to like get people, and next thing you know, the cops show up. I'm just, next fist fighting a cop, and then going to jail.
You know what?
Probably really drunk.
With the backwoods Henny thing shirt on.
Yeah, dude. I found this shirt at a gas station in like Oak Cliff. It was like $30.
Damn, at the gas station?
Yeah.
God
They
damn.
got his ass.
Premium.
It's heavy.
The
dude.
fucking gas station merch prices going up?
Yeah, dude,
Damn.
yeah.
It don't flake.
It says Backlund on the back too, cuz. Yeah, that's good.
But yeah, that social media aspect of music is definitely interesting and most of the time frustrating for the most part because of like you normally think you got to go with like what everybody's doing, like dude, I don't know how many fucking times I've heard, did I just write the song of the summer type shit? I'm like, fuck you off, like no, you didn't.
I think that's what
it's like if I read that one more time, I'm not listening to anybody's shit.
But everybody like does it, you know what I mean? And they want to solicit like a genuine reaction from the audience. Like I'm fine with you doing it, but don't expect like you to get real people to be like, oh shit, like this is originally interested. But
I was just talking about this to my mama the other day because I was actually talking about this podcast. We were gonna come on. I was like, music scene is weird now because like I don't know if I even talked to y'all about this. I'm not gonna say any band names or anything like that, but like
name it, we'll bleep it.
this this one. I might remember the band name, but it's irrelevant.
No, we don't have
honestly.
the technology
It's
for that,
irrelevant,
so
honestly. But like,
matter
so I love to support local music.
Yeah.
Like I'll share their shit, I'll like it, I'll comment on it, like share it to my friends. And I was doing that with this one band that I think was from like Illinois or something like that. And then they had a song they just put out. It was maybe out for like 3 days, and then they ended up putting a post and retracting it, being like, "Hey guys, sorry, we're gonna have to take this song down because the guy who ghost wrote this song accidentally sold it to 2 different bands. So there's 2 different bands with the same song out right now."
Yeah.
And I was like, "You didn't even write your own song?"
Yeah.
I was like, what is going on in the music scene nowadays? I was like, I'm not gonna say any band names or anything like that, but like I was like, I didn't even know this was happening. I was like, damn, that's like a different level of like. Why are you
production.
doing this?
It's like your production, then it's write the song and you perform it. Yeah.
That
was crazy. I was just like,
I think that's
I don't even know about that.
a little on the wild side for like bands who, if you're like claiming to write your own music, because there's like artists who are just like interpreters, you know what I mean? Like so they're just like singers or like whatever, but. And like normally like it's on like the pop side that you hear a lot of like stuff where like, oh, they have writers doing this where you expect it, but yeah, out of like a band. For the most part, I wouldn't. You expect like collaborators and stuff like that, but a whole thing like is interesting. You know what I mean? It's just I feel like I'm just like I'm not that realm, so I don't know. That does seem wild to me. That was a single
case. I've never heard of that happening again.
Yeah.
Like in the local scene, was like a one-time thing that I was like, whoa, I didn't even know like we were there. Like I didn't even know that was happening. Like period. So it's kind of disappointing.
I feel like depends again. It depends on like the band and stuff like that, but at a certain level and stuff like that, like I've discovered that a lot more, how like writing credits and shit like that gets, so even if you like go in and write just like a little bit on it, like you're a writer on that, so but writing entire songs is also a thing. Like I forgot who
I was like, shit, I would love to do that. I would sell my song.
I had a friend, his name is Hunter Avant.
Yeah, I know his stuff.
Yeah,
Vonti,
yeah. So that's how he writes a lot of like the shit. And he like showed me. I'm like, oh, that's really cool. But he's like, yeah, I've written stuff for all these people. And now I had the same kind of thing. I'm like, oh shit, you can write for like that type of artist. I'm like, oh, that's kind of
I respect that.
That's kind of sick. You know what I mean?
I like him.
He gave me something, where he was talking about like how to make money off of music. And he's like, yeah, you can still like be a musician. He's like, you just got to find other avenues to do it. So like he teaches, he writes, he does all this shit. I'm like, okay.
He's an amazing singer.
Dude, I've known him for quite a while, and like that dude's so fucking sick at singing. But yeah, like I was like, oh, okay, that's a cool way to see it. But yeah, that's where I started seeing like, oh, that shit happens like at every level. You get people, but it's
crazy.
It's interesting.
It was eye opening for me. I was like, whoa. I was like, that's kind of trippy. Like I don't know. It was a weird experience for me to just like figure that out, especially after like jamming that band a lot, and then next thing you know, I can't listen to the song anymore, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on right now?
Now you're like, damn, did they do this for all the other ones? Like, what?
I was like, what is that? The guy that sold it to you, what is he writing? I want to hear.
What's he doing?
Yeah, I want to check his shit out.
I like his shit.
Obviously, he's pretty good.
So you don't like Ghost Rider, so Kendrick Drake, what we going on?
Kendrick murdered that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that fucking someone
I
said.
don't even get into
I
that.
remember
I love Kendrick Lamar, so
Yeah, no, he
Who
definitely
can actually
fucking
write
boy.
their own stuff.
Dude, someone said like the BBL Drizzy was like the end credits to the whole beef, and I'm like, dude, someone made like an end credits roll like where it was like freeze framing on people like, oh, this, Drake went back like and stopped writing music, some shit like that, but it was like going on to that song. I'm like, that was fucking.
I'm not gonna lie, like
right.
I love Kendrick, and like I'm not saying that Drake is terrible or anything like that either, because obviously he has some bangers, like for sure. But like, shut the fuck up.
God, name one Drake song where he's the best on it and the feature is
But
better.
but I was gonna say like
Challenge.
one of my friends called me and he was like, hey, you been following all this stuff with Kendrick and Drake? And I was like, not really, bro. Even though I love Kendrick and I know all of his CDs and stuff like that. I listen to all of them all the time, but like. That stuff, I'm like, I'm not gonna listen to two dudes talk about each other. Like I don't really care. Like it'd be like, I don't know. Like it's like, yeah, you're just like, I don't want to hear two dudes talk shit about each other. Like that's not like deep art music that I like. Why I like Kendrick. Yeah. To hear him talk shit about somebody,
Maybe
like
we
it's
should
like,
do
which
that.
is cool. Like it's all good.
Like
And
another
he's good at it.
Fall Europa versus Observer.
Hey,
Start
dude,
talking
that'd be
shit.
I wonder if y'all think. I think I told you about this idea, but I think this would be fucking sick. Like, imagine if it was like 8 Mile, but like like you rap battles, but it's two bands on each side, and each get like 30 seconds to play like their best breakdown and their best breakdown, and then the crowd gets to decide like or maybe like they'll go 30 minutes, they go 30 minutes, they go 30 minutes, they go 30 or not 30 minutes, 30 seconds each, and then like that'd be fucking crazy.
2 hours.
Yeah, people are standing out there like. But no, but like, yeah, can you imagine
both suck. Let's go.
like a rap battle, but like a breakdown like battle, like, and then at the end of like each like 30 seconds, the crowd they're like, all right, who the fuck y'all think got it? And then like, we got it right here.
Can you do that vote? Can you do that again? Do that again?
Yeah.
The hardcore
Got them
Michael.
highs,
My
man.
Fred Durst thing.
Yeah.
What the fuck is up?
I wanted to do that so bad. Like when we were in a band, I wanted to do a battle with somebody. I was like, I think it'd be fun. Like not even. I was like, but the thing is, at the time, I wanted to go for. I mean, which they're great friends, but I wanted to go for. I don't even think I told Ethan this, but dispositions. Yeah. Because I'm like, oh, they were already like writing stuff like that. I'm like, oh, I'd just love to fucking like write something too, because I'm like, they'd be the type to write back, and we'd like do something fun. But we just
I think that'd be fucking funny. I think
it's fun. Yeah.
But I think it'd be cool to have like live, like where it's like two, like a drummer on one side, and they're like kind of playing like at each other, which would have to be a big fucking stage.
That's what I'm saying.
But like I don't know. I think it'd be a cool concept.
I'm thinking Scott Pilgrim is what like popped into my head. Like,
yeah. Kind of like
that's how big this place would have to be, and packed.
Yeah, no, I think it'd be sick though.
What bands are gonna bring it on?
I feel like the first two might like go like like no one would like kind of show up, but then like they start getting the hype of it, and they'd be like, oh, this is different than like a normal like rock show. Like it's like it's like a battle. It's a fucking battle, a real battle of the bands. Not like you just play a set and then like you got like some people.
And the last two remaining bands had to fist fight.
Yeah, dude.
So it's like a real battle. Of the
No
bands.
weapons.
No, just all fisticuffs.
Have you guys done any battles like ever?
Yeah, well, I guess me and Matthias were the only ones in it at the time. Yeah. But yeah, we won Battle of the Bands here. It was like a third string thing to get to play Summer Slaughter Tour. And then we got to open up for the year that, I guess it was 2018, 2019. We got to open up for like Born of Osiris and all.
Yeah, that was a good lineup.
Velamaya, Between the Buried and Me, like a whole bunch of people. We won, and we got to play at like noon or some shit like that. You know, when they all start playing at like 6:30.
They do them dirty.
It was like they did us dirty, but still, we won that Battle of the Bands, and that was fun.
Those are always interesting.
Speaking of that, dude,
we don't really do that anymore, man. Because like most Battle of the Bands, let's be honest, it's like a pay to play, and then you're gonna, if you do win, you do end up playing like early as fuck in the morning.
Yeah.
And, it's like, luckily now there's like
whoever sells the most tickets usually wins.
Yeah, luckily now there's a lot of good. There's Noise Rod, there's like Die, there's a bunch of people putting on like awesome shows where it's like, as long as you get people in, it's affordable, you can make money, everyone kind of like thrives off of it. But back in the day, man, like, trying to get on a show was they would do you dirty, man. They'd be like, sell 30 tickets at $15 a piece, and then you do that.
A local band that they're like, all
right, now you make no money back, and it's like,
I remember those where like, and I mean, if it was like me, like my brain now going back then, I'd be terribly disrespected, but at the time I was just like, oh, I get to play like
Yeah,
these
that's how we all
shows, you know?
felt,
Yeah.
So we would sell like a ridiculous amount of tickets,
Hustling,
and-
to be hustling.
yeah,
too, so.
yeah, and then just like, oh, yeah, you're on the show, cool. How much do you know? And then to the fact that like asking if we made money wasn't a fucking thing that I ever did. I was just like,
Oh, I did. They were
whenever,
straight up like,
whenever they
no.
came up and like told me
No.
I had money, I guess that's when I make money.
Oh,
you
you
know?
didn't make any fucking money.
Because I was always, these people are being honest, right? Like if I've made
Shit.
money, they're gonna tell me, right? You know,
Shit.
Right.
and then to find out like now, like especially like some of the people
They're at
that
the
we work
bar at
with,
like 1:30.
Yeah, that money went straight up their nose.
yeah,
bro.
where it was like, oh, it's like, oh yeah, you know. And then you hear like some shit about like some stuff where like bands like are still waiting to get paid off of some shit. I'm like, bro, that's crazy. Like I talked to so many bands and then I hear about that shit. I'm like, you're still waiting to get paid? That shit was like a long time ago. Like, how are you waiting for that shit?
Oh, we be aggressive. Be aggressive now.
yeah, we're just like, yeah, you gotta know.
money.
Yeah.
They're like, Taylor, we need you in the back. I'm like,
But the the fucking the battle
Where-
bands thing has always been a little weird. Because I remember the first show we played when we came back as a band, we played without a bass player and we won a battle of the bands, and that's why I was just like, this shit is rigged as fuck.
Yes,
You know what I mean? Like, there's no fucking way our first time playing. I've seen the video. Like, I recorded the video. It's not. It's not great. Like, I know this, but and then, yeah, seeing that, and I remember we played we played the Sumerian one, and that's just because someone needed one. Like, they needed a band to fill in, so we like went last minute. And we're just like, okay. And he's like, but the guy will talk to you and give you tips on what you need to do. And then he was like, he basically told us we were too fat for Sumerian. Like,
shit.
straight up, yeah. This was like back in the day. You probably can't do.
What'd you say?
Yeah.
What'd you just say?
Yeah, the guy from
fat.
Sumerian basically was like, yeah, you kind of got to change your look. And
You're
he's
too
like,
fat. He's
and he's like, what? He's like, oh, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, me and DJ, like at the time we were like a lot heavier, but it was like, yeah, you guys would have to like, you know, slim down like quite a bit, you know,
What the fuck?
for
Like, what
for the
Dude,
look of the
what?
music that we were playing. Yeah.
That's fucking wild.
Yeah, which is why
That's
like,
weird.
Which is funny because like
That's weird.
even before then, I was always like, I hate the image thing. Like I hate having
Yeah.
fuck
the
that.
wearing like the same shit. You know, and it works for some bands and all this stuff. But I'm like, I was like,
Matching
I just want to be like a regular ass person and just fucking. And it's funny because our guitar player at the time like loved that. Like love. He's like, we all gotta wear like black shirts. I'm like, no, like fucking, I don't want to.
we kind of tried that once,
Yeah.
didn't we?
I mean, in his defense,
it didn't feel right.
in his
It
defense,
doesn't
my
feel
fashion was fucking garbage. Like, you know what I mean? So I was like, okay, a black shirt might have been an upgrade. But yeah, I remember like talking, and we like didn't give a fuck about that. We were literally doing a favor. Someone called us and like, can you fill in for this? And we're like, okay, sure. You know, we don't
Sorry, I
give a
forgot
shit
my
about winning.
black shirt at home.
Yeah, and he was like, yeah, you know, like, you know, for the music, your music is solid. He was literally like, your music's really good, it's solid. He's like, but yeah, the look's not gonna work. And then we're like, oh, and we weren't even like diving into like, oh, tell us what we need. We're just like, okay, cool.
You're
And
like,
he's
didn't
yeah,
you-
you guys need to slim down like a lot before you know you get signed to a label. I'm like, okay, like,
You're like,
off, man.
didn't need to hear that.
yeah, I was like, I didn't need that. Like,
The fuck?
See, in between shit like that and playing shows and the social media thing that we were talking about, this is why like I've seen there is a lot of talent in like the DFW area, and I've seen a bunch of like amazing musicians just get so burnt out and give
Yeah.
up and not like their music doesn't get listened to. I mean, some of my like the music that's like my favorite is on rotation. These bands aren't bands anymore. And it sucks, but
It's
it's like
sad,
they're
yeah.
like between us as members as a band, you know, like for one we didn't have the money, for two it's like a whole nother job between social media and everything else, and I have to like pick and choose my sanity or my art, and you know, and they choose obviously their sanity, and it sucks.
yeah, it takes quite a bit to like do this. So like I think people just need to know like what they're going into, and then just go in. If you're gonna have fun with it, just fucking have fun with it. But yeah, especially like me having to deal with like I do a lot of like the content creation for Noise Ride and like the podcast and shit like that. But like if I worried about like numbers wise, like what they do, like I'd fucking like die. Like if I was like, oh, it's this not doing well, because like, and I did notice because I looked, I'm like I think this past week, like, oh, shit's been dropping, but I didn't let it be like, oh, that means the shit that's I'm putting out sucks now. I'm like, I'm not putting out anything less worthy of that. It's just
Right.
I'm not gonna sit here and try to figure out a fucking algorithm that changes every fucking day. You know, like I don't give a fuck. Like I'm gonna put out the stuff that I want to put out.
No, dude, you need to keep
and
doing
just
what
fucking
you're
do it.
doing.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's
It's
fun.
like,
I go,
yeah.
I like doing this shit. Like I get to talk to
Yeah.
fucking cool people, and it adds to that. You know, the thing is like when we talk about like back in the day, where like even feeling like trying to hop on a show was like, how the fuck do you do that? Or being like, you know, gatekeepers who didn't want to put you on shows, and so you had to know the right people to get.
Yeah.
Kind of experience.
I was like, dude, we luckily with us, because of like we have 3 people in like our team, everybody listens to like different music, like not only like on a national regional scale, but on like on a local level. Like we have like I love saying that some of my favorite bands like are in the local scene. I'm like, that's fucking cool as shit. I go, so if we can give an opportunity here to, you know, whatever it may be, like whether it's a show, whether it's, you know, coming on here, whether it's the Rotary shit that we do, like everything is because we know like the talent that's fucking here. We just want to show that shit off. Like, and also show bands like, dude, people give a fuck about you. You know what I mean? Like, cause sometimes it gets hard. It gets hard sometimes when you're in a band. It's like, you know, why am I still doing this? You know what I mean?
You need that encouragement.
So that little bit just helps. Like, you know, I joke around a lot about like the generic ass compliment that you would get with like, oh, you know, you're, you know, was it the good set, bro? Like, when people, that's like the, oh, I don't really care. Like, I'm just telling you this. I need to borrow your drums or some shit. But yeah, like being able to do this and actually talk to bands that I'm like, these bands are fucking cool, and I'm like, I get to tell you that, you know what I mean? Like, just it helps a little bit. Like, if it's enough to get you to the next show, you know, or next fucking thing to put out, no, people are fucking listening, and I just want more people to hear that shit, like from good artists.
I felt honored that you asked us to come do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, like it's a big deal.
I feel the same way. Like the fact that again I have like the room full, like everybody's fucking here, like making time for this. Like, I feel always like lucky and honored. Like, I don't take this shit for granted, so I don't take your time for granted either. Yeah, like, and I love that you guys that came out. Yeah, I truly appreciate that. Yeah, anything? I mean, you're working on the next stuff.
I was gonna say the same thing with the getting compliments thing. It's like it's still bizarre to me. I don't know about y'all, but like,
I fucking hate it.
When someone comes up to me and is like I've had people come to me and be like, oh, I was listening to whatever song and like I was crying listening to it, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, damn, we write it to connect to people, but when it actually happens, it's still surprising to me. Like, you know, so it's a big deal. It's like, maybe I don't come off like it is a big deal when they say that to me. I'm just like, thanks, man, I appreciate it, you know. But like, I think about it like a lot. I'm like, damn, like that's fucking crazy. Like that, like my friend will call me out of nowhere on like a random day in the middle of the day and just be like, dude, I was just listening to y'all's song and like it made me feel a certain way, you know. And I'm just like, damn, dude, like I was like, this shit's actually kind of working. Yeah. like I don't know, like it's crazy. It's so.
We're getting messages from like strangers. We've gotten countries. Yeah, we've gotten messages from like different countries or like some like a small town in New York, and they'll be like, and I've done this too with smaller bands that I listen to. Like I listen to a lot of bands like from Australia or whatever, and I hit them up and they have like the same amount of plays, and I'll hit them up and just be like, hey, just letting you know, like me and my friends in Texas, we're listening and we love this shit. Yeah. And they'll be like, no fucking way. And the same thing has happened to us. Out of countries, or like I said, the small town in New York, and they've hit us up and be like, hey, just letting you know, like me and all my friends, we love your music, and like
I've been showing everybody,
like keep doing it, and like we'll message back and be like, what the fuck, like dude, thank you, we appreciate it. And it's cool that like a lot of people do give up, but like even if you're making music, for one, if you're creating, you should be creating, you know, for yourself, but obviously it feels good getting acknowledgement because it's like, oh, okay, it's validation, right? But even if it is like that small, if it changes somebody or you connect with somebody like that, then it's like, hey, I'm doing something right. We won. Yeah. We created something of value, even if it reached some piece of 20 people.
One piece of our art at least touched somebody. Then we won. You know, fuck it.
Exactly.
This one's definitely worth it. Like, and I try to express it as much. Like, if you like some shit, like if you like a band, if you like a song, like don't assume that they got it all together. Like the little bit of like this shit, like I'm playing this shit today, sharing a fucking song, a show, flyer, post. Like there's so much shit you can do to support bands that's not monetary. You know what I mean? Like just again, telling the biggest thing. Like I feel like word of mouth sharing of a band is worth way the fuck more than sharing like anything. So like every time, like if I know a band, like I mean, you have a group of friends, so you know, like, what everyone's kind of tastes are. Like, hey, you're going to fucking like this. Like, you know, DJ and I do that shit all the time. He knows exactly the shit that I'm going to like. Yeah, so he'll send me a song and be like, hey, listen to this.
Yeah, he's really good at letting me know some shit.
And then I'm fucking like, this is fucking great. And I take that suggestion a little more serious because I'm like, oh, that guy knows, like, what I like. So he sends me stuff, I'm going to listen, you know? So word of mouth stuff spreads a lot more. That's why, like, you guys have toured, like, playing 100% of the fucking time, no matter what the crowd is, like, because that, you know, that 2, 3, 4 people in a crowd, like, bring somebody else next, you know what I mean? Or, you know, something like that, you know, like next time, we're like, hey, I saw this band, they're coming through town, like, yeah, I'll bring another friend. So that's 2 people, like, you know, that bring, but those are the people that are going to get people to your shows. Like, you need to find, like, a band's biggest, like, task is finding the audience that actually likes you for your music.
That's gonna support you.
Yeah, because I tell, like, I've said this quote so many times, but I'm like, support like all my friends doing like their their music, their bands, their art, whatever. I go, I don't like all of them. I'm going, and that's just the reality of shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like I have my taste. I go, but sure. I'll be fucking damned if I'm gonna tell you to stop. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna what you need. Like, I'm gonna help you. I go, but you want to find the people that I'm like, holy shit, I'm gonna play this shit all the fucking time. I'm gonna tell everybody I know. Like that's your goal.
Homeboy over here.
There you go. So you guys spread the gospel over here. But yeah, no, I think you guys are doing really cool shit. I'm excited as fuck, like for this lineup, to be honest with you, to hear what comes out of this.
For the new stuff too.
Especially because of the latest EP. Like the latest EP was really fucking good, and like adding you to the lineup just makes me even more excited.
Man, we were sitting on that EP for so long before we put it.
Really?
We should have like a new single out with this lineup. Pretty relatively, I don't want to say soon, but sooner than how long we said on the last one. Hopefully within this year.
We got Shane now. He helped.
Yeah, now that we're not having to do all like
gonna set a schedule and a time.
No, for like we had our first meeting, and this fool had his computer hooked up to the big monitor. He had like a whole Excel worksheet planned out. Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah,
I'm sure you know from being in a band. Like we sit down in a meeting. I was like, if you really want to help out, like I was like, I will get all the passwords and like things that we have to do admin wise done that would help us get bigger, because it's all ideas until you like actually put them into action, right? It's like we know what we need to be doing, we just don't have the time. And then I showed him everything, and he was like, there's no way that you guys should be able to be expected to write, create, perform, get shows and do all that, promote, plus all the other shit. Like it's hard, man. And like you know, so now that we have him, we can just focus on creation. So music should come out quicker. But yeah, we were hoping to have.
And he'll keep us in line, you know.
Yeah, and he keeps us in line. Like the tough questions that you were asking, like, and I feel like every band should like ask themselves and everything is like, what's your sound that you're going for? Like, what's your image? What's your purpose? What are your goals between all of you? Like, realistically, do y'all just want to hang out and play locally, or do you want to tour? Or do you want to try to make money? How serious do you want to get from this? And it's like having those tough conversations and have somebody hold you accountable of like what your objectives are.
We trying to blow up and act like we don't know nobody.
Yeah. But if you're not doing that internally, like getting somebody just
sorry, mom.
Yeah. Getting somebody to help you out with that, I think, is a good step forward, or at least having those tough conversations, doing it yourself. Because then it allows you to be like, that's what we're doing, and then now we should just focus on
someone's keeping us accountable for it, you know.
Well, yeah, like the thing is, like, and I know from personal experience is that, like, dude, we'll have conversation, we'll have meetings, and we'll have talks, like, because DJ and I live together, so all the time, like, I have ideas or he has ideas, we're the ones we're talking to. So like I'll sit there and then like he's listening, he's like, these are all really fucking cool ideas. I'm like, yes, but I'm gonna fucking forget like in a day or two. You know what I mean?
That's why we have him.
So now we're all like, so that helps quite a bit, you know. So we've shifted a few of like the jobs, because before I was like making all this shit and like figuring out when to post it and stuff like that. So then we geared like, okay, Bernice took over a shit to the social media. So I'm like, okay, if you let me make shit, like I will give it to you, and like you can figure out like when it needs to go and this and that. I go, but like once I start thinking of that, like then that's all I think about, and I forget about the other shit that I need to do. So I go, once we figure out, same thing with like, so we learning how to delegate stuff, like who does what better, like who has actually time for this, but a band also needs like the right team around them, so if you have the right people to support you in stuff like that, like helps so fucking much. Like, so having an extra person do that like is a lot more than like a lot of people have, so it's definitely like a bonus up, and like you're right, it lets you focus on the creative aspects. Like, okay, I gotta like, so that means like it also like makes no excuse for you to be like, well, I can't like slack on creating now. You know what I mean?
It takes away all the excuses away from
all so it's not like, oh, we have this shit to do, because no, like the only thing you have to do now is this part. Like I'll take care of the rest. Like, oh fuck, now we got to be on that shit. There's no
we're excited about it, because this is very fresh, and that was like we've only had that one meeting, and it almost seemed like it
accelerated us
a lot.
One full day. Was like, oh wow, like we actually have like goals, purpose, like we know what we can do, and now we have like timelines.
Yeah, so we're excited to see how this momentum keeps going. So
well, thank you guys for stopping by again, making the time. This is absolutely amazing. You are welcome back anytime. Let me know if you're dropping a single and stuff. It might be something I'm working out to like help promote more stuff.
Yeah, dude, absolutely. If you ever want to come out to our neck of the woods, to our studio, we do like. We've done shows there. We've done things similar, called Europa sessions, similar to Rotted Roots or whatever. But if you ever want to come out, and we've done like personalized like little shows. We call them 4 locals, kind of like 4 locals.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah, we've
But
had
yeah.
like people like
We chugging Four Locos?
like people like we like
Yeah,
make some food, played volleyball or not volleyball.
We played dodgeball, we grill out, we've got, like,
had some
Beat
shit.
everyone's
Yeah.
ass at basketball.
Yeah, the studio is like its own 1,500 square foot. It's got like 4 rooms, and so we do.
So we do with our little parties over there once in a while.
Yeah,
Just invite
and
cool
the-
people.
yeah,
we had a Dalen come. We had Observer come play.
Yeah.
We played.
But yeah, we had a bunch of local bands come through and play, and everybody cook out, and bands play like
It's just
basketball
a good
versus each
environment,
other.
you know.
That's
Yeah,
pretty
it's
cool.
fun.
No,
You should come
absolutely.
check it out sometime.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we need to do that again actually.
Yeah, we'll probably do one this summer, and when we do, you should definitely come
Yeah,
through
let
and
me
just
know.
come
I'll
chill.
definitely be
Man.
there. Yeah, that sounds fucking fun. But
yeah.
yeah, again, thank you guys for stopping by. This has been episode 110 with Fall Europa. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. We will see you next time.
One, two.
Time says better lose your man. We should run away, love me instead.
Chill sounds and breakdowns.
Love me instead.